Well, I'm not a very happy camper these days. My phone basically hasn't rung in weeks. The cars aren't moving. And I got a call now from an affiliate, somebody in San Diego that's given me work before. And they just had, it was, it would have been a few, $700. That's what I quoted him. They wanted to, picking up some college kid at OSU going to Bloomington, Indiana, all the way to Indiana. And that's a 7-hour round trip for the car, $700. Normally I was charging $125 an hour and people were paying it. But now I know, well, I knew this was coming, but now I know why the phone's not ringing anymore. It's because of all these, I almost called them immigrants. All these fucking illegals that they've brought in. In Columbus, the cab companies and such they've been overrun with Somalians. And the government has basically given them everything they have, including, taxi licenses, and they're all Somalians working at the airport, places like that, all the government buildings, and now all the car service and such, they're all illegals. They're either Somalians or, well, they're just from all over the fucking place, illegally brought in and given these jobs, mostly fake jobs, but no work jobs. I'm just so fucking, because the guy tells me, I said, look, he's hesitating. I'm like, look, this is, you want a black car, you don't want some Uber. Uber won't do them. Guys that do Uber won't do this because they don't want to drive 3.5 hours back and not, long story longer. He goes, I said, look, what I could tell you that, I'll beat somebody else's quote. Tell me what somebody else, I don't want to stoop to that, but that's where it's at these days. He goes, well, I'm calling around. We used you before, but, I'm calling around getting quotes, and they just want to do the cheapest thing they can. They don't, and he's going, well, there's this one guy that has he's got a black minivan, and he says he just got it. The guy told me he just got it, and he gave me and I'm like, I says, yeah, he's got a cab company, which means that he's one of these Somalians, and they've been handed cab licenses by the city of Columbus because they're a bunch of dumbass fucking Democrats. Illegals with no driver's license. They're handing driver's licenses out. They're just giving them everything, for free. Places to live. Millions of Americans like me just getting fucked. And I'm going deeply into debt. Just trying to pay my bills now. He says, oh, this guy quoted me $450. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's not even $65 an hour. And you got to take into account wear and tear in a vehicle, the gasoline alone. 7-hour round trip, that's a tank and a half. $450 fucking dollars. And I didn't say anything about, if the guy told you he's got a cab, that means he's a Somalian, he's illegal, and the government's handing him everything. Oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. This is fucked. And these guys are just undercutting because they really have no expenses, The guy probably didn't even have to finance the car. They probably just handed it to him. They're buying brand new cars.